We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Second down, Mayfield. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Derek Rivers in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Third and long for Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Handoff comes to Hyde. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Mayfield now on second down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Shoves off the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there, but you're exactly right. The game's kind of... And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Msfl. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Smith now on second down. He'll check this one down to Msfl. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Smith on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
First down, a run with Hyde. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Hyde. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First down, Mayfield. Looking left side of, he's got a man. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll run high, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Carlos Hyde with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, Msfl. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Hey, gun. 15.
They go play action here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Landry now on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Browns. 53 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 all the way down at the 21-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll run it. This is Msfl. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Hits his target to tight end, Will Tye. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Right. Yellow. Hey, let's roll.
To the air again, Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jamie Collins in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Smith. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he's got this one down to the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. This is White on the screen. And he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Smith. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jamie Collins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 15. Tiger. Hey, slot. 12.
From the gun, here's Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Mayfield looks to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And some room to roam now. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They find some open field here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Leopard.
They'll give to Hyde. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. From the gun, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Mayfield out to the flat for Hyde. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left, throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give. This is Msfl. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now Landry. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Msfl. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Smith. And a first touchdown with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 23 yards on the play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down, Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They still can't get it. He can't get him down. He may try and run for this. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He dumps it to Hyde. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They run it again with Chubb. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. They chase, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. Throwing again. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
Smith on first down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, gun.
Now a first down carry. It's Msfl. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Let's go. 15.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. And they will run it with Msfl. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Mayfield now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. Drops it off for Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another good reception there, and the Browns on the march. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Browns on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
He's back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. He hits Gronkowski on the out route and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Browns, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New England, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.